knock on your door. You got to go knock on greatness' door like Devin, the Dream Haney did. Just got through seeing Devin the Dream Haney, the best fighter in the world, put in work, and you know, on the watches. Well, what you see with Devin is a real professional, someone that goes in there and he executes a complete game plan, and when he handicaps a fighter, he sticks to it.
Salute, salute, salute. Peace, peace, and blessings to everybody in the building. We've had, for the past little bit of time now, it's been a lot of everything but boxing. A lot of people want to talk to me, want to get me off my square. A lot of people got stuff to say to me. A lot of people got stuff to talk about me because they want my attention. They want me to go places that I don't even want to go. So it's time to get back to boxing, right? Back to boxing in its simplest form, in its purest form, in the form that the one that we want, the one that we like, the one that we love, the purest form of boxing. That's what I'm getting back to. All right. So people are gonna be, they want to test me, they want to poke the bear, but I'm bigger than these dudes. I'm better than these dudes. So we got to get back to boxing. We got to get back to stuff because we're getting blinded by a lot of things. Right? We're getting blinded and sidetracked by all the nonsense. Who we got in the building? King Vonnie, what's up with you, King? What's up, Mark? My brother Raul's in the building. The beautiful Queen TB's in the building. My brother Mark Wonderlick, what's up, Mark? Slim, what up, Slim? Chris Brown, C Breezy 45th in the building. What's up with you? What's up, Jalen? Sanction Boss, salute. Johnny Q, I'm Mystic. G McCall, D215. Black Jericho, what up with you? D-Man, thank you for coming back, bro. Salute TB, becoming a member. Mitch, what up, Mitch Show? Shout out to Casey in the building. Young World, I see you. Seen and Unseen, my bro. What's up, Seen and Unseen? Mike Ray in the building. Reggie, what up? Inside the square circle, salute. Leon, what's up, family? What's up, Crowd? Dante, salute to my brother. He says, salute to my bro, and F the haters, indeed. Mr. Lightning, what up with you, King? Earl Ferry, what it do? Mike Mindset, what up with you, Mike? Sammy Green, Church. Salute to everybody, man. If I missed you, you know, when I see you, I'll make sure I shout you out. But what I've been noticing is that a lot of people have been putting out some distractions. I've noticed that a lot of people want to move things around as if this is not reality, right? They want to skip past a lot of these things. So let's just address this, y'all. Point number one, Teofimo Lopez had his mandatory. Teofimo Lopez had his mandatory last May. Honor Barboza was Teofimo Lopez's mandatory for the WBO, right? Last May. May 2nd, he fought Honor Barboza, his WBO mandatory. In the WBO, you have a mandatory every year. For the WBO Super, you have a mandatory every year in a few months. Shakur Stevenson is not the WBO super. He's just a WBO champion, which means he has a mandatory every 9 months, which means his mandatory is now. Yeah, he's got to fight Amando. And if they gave him the WBO super, then his Mando is in like June. It's like June, July is his Mando. Can't just be sitting around acting like, oh, the belts don't matter, but then you have a belt. Because another fighter did that. His name was Gervonta Davis. That said, the belts don't matter, the belts don't matter, the belts don't matter. But he had a belt. So you can't say the belts don't matter, the belts don't matter, the belts don't matter, and then you have a belt. Because the belts do matter, because then why do you have one? You can't say, oh, I don't care about all these belts, just give me the ring belt. Because the ring belt is a belt. Main Biker, what's up with you, King? The ring belt is a belt, bro. The ring belt is a belt. So you can't say the belts don't matter, and then you want the ring belt. Because if you want the ring belt, then why do you want the ring belt if belts don't matter? I saw something about him talking about, I see you in the comments, him talking about Zuffa. Okay, cool. Zuffa has a belt. So if the belts don't matter, then what are you going to get with Zuffa? Everywhere any fighter goes, there is a belt there. If you go to Zuffa, there's a belt. If you want a ring belt, that's a belt. If you stay traditional boxing, there's 4 of them. Anywhere you go, it's a belt. It's not free. I don't know why people keep saying these belts are free. None of them are free. None of them. Do you think they're just going to give you $1 million belt? You think they're not going to take that out somewhere else? It's not free. The Zuffa belt is not free at all. My beautiful queen mother Chiquila is in the building. What's up, beautiful queen mother? The Zuffa belt is not free. They just take they take the fees for the belt out of your paycheck before you get it. It's the exact same thing as if you was doing traditional boxing. When the promoters pay you and your sanction fees come out before you get your paycheck, it's the same thing. There is no difference. Literally, in that respect, there's no difference. None. There's no difference. You literally get a paycheck and the sanctioning fees for the Zuffa belt comes out before you get the Zuffa belt. There's no difference. It's when y'all think these belts are free, like the Ring Magazine belt, when you think the Ring Magazine belt is free, I'm going to tell you what they do. And they do it every Christmas. You know, when you guys go out and buy all these Christmas presents. Right now, there are the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip is $20. Oh, I feel you, Anthony, but I got to explain this. Salute to you, Anthony. Big Freddie, what's up with you, King? Salute to Big Freddie in the building. BPM, what up with you, homie? Peace to you. So let me explain something. What the Ring, Zuffa, let me explain to you guys what they do. Every year around Christmas, around that time frame, they will, like right now, the He-Man, if you want to buy a He-Man toy for your son, the He-Man toy right now is $20. What they'll do is slowly boost the price up till the price is like $30, $35. And then they'll say, Black Friday sale, Christmas sale, He-Man on sale for $20. I used to go, when I celebrate that when I was younger, I would man, what's up with you, King? And I want to go buy as an which one is right. Check, 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 check. YouTube be on that. YouTube be on that crazy stuff, so I guess it froze. I guess it froze. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. We back. We back. YouTube froze up, like you normally do. So I just gotta turn my camera off for 1 second. And then, it'll pop back up when I turn the camera off. Turn my camera back on. So what? Yeah, when I was leaving, I'll just turn it off. So let me turn my camera off. It actually funny. Well, I have it off right now, but then I'm gonna turn it off when I start to go these lights. But that's what the those belt that Zuffa belt is not free. Right? That is not free, y'all. Just so everybody's clear, that Zuffa belt is not free. It's not free. Hold up. It's this. Let me for a little bit, y'all. Let me rock out with the camera off for a second. Let me rock out with the camera off. Check, 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 check. I'm gonna rock out with the camera off for a little bit. Because I think it's just it's listening. It don't matter anyway. I'm about to put on D. What's up on D? We're gonna rock out with the camera off for a little bit. We're gonna rock out like this for a little bit. Ice skin, what up? We hold on 1 second, 1 second. Check, 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 check. Test, test, test. You better? You better? We good? Better? Remember this. I don't know why I think it's like when I do this. Hey, NBA D Nice, what up with you, homie? You said it's still cheeks. It's still cheeks. It's I'm gonna leave it like this. Basically, what I'm saying to you guys is that Zuffa still gets there. Bro, these niggas is cheeks. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on a second. One second. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Good. We better? Are we better right now? PGH, what's up with you? Are we better? All right, we're gonna rock out like this for just a second, y'all. While I gotta redo some stuff on my router. So we're gonna rock out like this for just a second before we get back to it. Now what I was saying to you guys is that Zuffa, none of these, I'm not gonna say they're frauds. All right. So I'm not saying they're frauds, I'm not saying they're fake. I'm not saying that. What I am saying to you guys is that all of them get their money. Okay? They all get their money. All of them. In one way, shape, or another, they all get their bread. Zuffa is going to get its money by ensuring that you don't see the pain. You don't see the pain. If everybody in here was given $1 million and you never knew you were supposed to get $5 million, nobody in here would complain. No one. Not one person in here would complain, bro. Not one. If you did not know, if they're like, hey man, hey, here, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Here's $1 million. Everybody in here, if you got in here right now, at this point, here's the cutoff. Bam, we stopping it right now. Everybody in here, I'm giving you $1 million a year. You guys would be happy as hell, bro. Nobody in here would be tripping. Y'all be happy as hell. Y'all be looking down on people, down on other people, broke ass nigga, brokey, bum brokey. You a bum brokey, bum brokey. What's up, Darren? Problems 215. What's up with you, King? I'm resetting some stuff right now, or else I would have showed my brother Problems 215 on the screen. I had to reset some stuff because I don't know what's going on with the internet, so I'm resetting the router and stuff like that. But everybody in here would be cool. Nelly, what's up with you now? Everybody in here would be happy as hell if y'all would be happy as hell if you got $1 million scot-free. The only problem is you're supposed to get 5. That's the only problem, is you're supposed to get 5 million. And because you don't know you're supposed to get 5 million, you're just happy and content with the $1 million you're getting. That is the reason why people are now saying the belts don't matter, because there's transparency. You're now seeing exactly what you're supposed to be getting. What's up, Insane? You see what you're supposed to be getting. Now, all of a sudden, people is like, yo, man, we going to Zuffa, man. Zuffa. All Zuffa did is put the blinders back on you. That's all Dana White did, bro. And I don't got no beef, bro. I got no issue. He just put the blinders back on. Turkey took the blinders off, and everybody's like, oh, hell no, man. This is crazy, man. Belts don't matter, man. I ain't doing none of this with the belts, man. Man, forget these belts, man. Get these belts out of here, man. Blah, blah, blah. All Zuffa did is put the blinders back on, and everybody that was content with getting $1 million, even though you were supposed to get 5, y'all went right back to being happy getting $1 million. You went right back to being happy because you didn't see it come out of your check. Yeah, it's like getting a paycheck right now and you not seeing FICA on there. You not seeing Social Security on there. You not seeing all these other things on there that are the taxes they're taking from you. You don't see it on your check. You just get a check and it just says to you, no taxes, no nothing. Man, y'all dudes would be in here happy as hell if y'all didn't see that. Everybody in here would be happy. We wouldn't even be talking about taxes because you wouldn't look at your check and see it. If there was no income tax return or none of that goofy ass stuff, they just took their money and you got your money. Nobody in here would be complaining about taxes or nothing. Nobody. Y'all, nobody would care. Not one person. All right, hold up. Let me go back in this. Let me check this out again, y'all. Let me dip up out and try this again. Test, 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 test. We good? Are we good? Test, test, test. We good? Test, 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 test. Are we solid, y'all? Good. All right, bet. Bill says, salute, fam. Devin is the boxing. I don't care what anybody says. All facts. All facts, bro. All facts. So I thought I was good. It's gonna go crazy. I try to put out super chat and it takes a sweet ass time and it ends up putting up music on there. It's all good. We're gonna keep cooking. I'll read them out as they go. So it's back to being God. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do something. It's hella laggy, y'all. All right, it's all good. Okay, all right, Leon. I seen you, bro. It's all good. I know what to do. I know what to do. We're gonna rock out like this. We're gonna rock out like this, y'all. We good? Y'all hear me? We good? We're gonna rock out like this. We're gonna rock out like this. Hold on a second. Hella echo. Okay, well, hold up. See. Let me. Mike. Right. All right. All right. We're going to rock out like this. Let's rock out like this, y'all. Let's rock out like this. So let me see something. I know a lot of people is looking at everybody's looking at Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia in September. Don't count on that, y'all. Don't count on that, y'all. Don't count on that. That's just what Devin wants. Ryan Garcia could even want it, y'all. What I'm telling you is don't count on it. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about that as if that is the one. Listen, bro, don't count on it. That's all I'm going to say is don't count on it. If you want to believe it, believe it. Don't count on it. That's all I'm going to say. Just don't count on it. Don't. Because, yeah, that shit is not guaranteed, bro. That's just what Devin wants. You know, Devin wants that. Devin wants it. And Ryan Garcia might actually say he wants it too. Ryan might say he wanted to. That means absolutely nothing. What I'm telling you is Oscar De La Hoya is the one that's going to make that or not. Ryan can say whatever the hell he wants. He is strictly clout chasing. That is what he's doing, is clout chasing. All right? Nothing more, nothing less, straight up clout chasing. Everybody can fall for it if you want to. That's fine. I would recommend you don't. But if that's what you want to do, then by all means, let that be. Like, we can try to wish it into existence. I'm not gonna speak more about it. I'm gonna get to what I'm doing, y'all. With how it is right now, right, with the internet acting funny. And I guess because of the weather, I don't know. I'm not sure what the issue is. So I won't be able to do how I want to do it, but we're going to see. We're going to power through. We're definitely going to power through this. Now, what I'm saying to you guys about Shakur Stevenson, we have dragged Gervonta Davis, y'all. We have dragged Gervonta Davis for enough time that right now we should be smashing the absolute gas. The absolute gas, y'all. We should be smashing the absolute gas. We should have a set standard on what right looks like. We should have that. There shouldn't be no issues with any fighters moving forward. For what we have done, how we have dragged Tank Davis, how we have put that man's face in the dirt, how we, my beautiful little sis Cam, what's up, beautiful little sis? How we have annihilated this man, right? How we have done that. Then there should be no nothing, to be honest. Hell, I was gonna say no cause or no, there should be absolutely nothing here. There should be nothing. We should know exactly what's going on. We should know exactly what to do. Hell, every fighter has 2 blueprints to use. Every single one. You have the Devin Haney blueprint and you have the Tank Davis blueprint. Which one are you using? Which one, yo? There should be no problems here. There should be no issues. Which blueprint are we using? You can't sit here and drag Tank Davis for month after month, year after year, and then do exactly what he does and expect to be praised for it. No, there is 2 blueprints. The blueprint of do what you want to do, pick whatever fighter you want to pick, whoever you want to fight, that's who I'm going to pick. I don't care what y'all say, and I don't care what you do, and all this other goofy, stupid ass stuff, and you don't dictate to me, and you can't tell me, and I did, and I'll do, and I'll say what I want to do. You guys just hate us, and nah, gang, that's over with. Nah, bro, that's done. You can't use that no more, bro. Because you guys are the ones that ran Tank through the mud. Y'all are the one that disrespected this man and dragged this man and said that his moves were not good moves. All right, cool. So if his moves were not good moves, then there are some fighters you need to fight to prove that you're not like the person that you said had bad moves. Now we can't do this, bro. You can't say this guy had bad moves and this guy had bad moves and that guy had bad moves and yada yada blah 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 and all this other nonsense. No, bro. It doesn't work that way. You made a standard. You put out a stance about what you're willing to do and who you're willing to do it with. You put this out there. You said these things. So when you put that standard out there, when you gave the world that this is what you're willing to do, these guys dumb and day and hum and yum and dumb and yamas and all this, when you did this, bro, you have now set yourself up to use the blueprint that we want y'all to use. And the blueprint we want you to use is the Devin Haney blueprint. That's the blueprint. We don't want you to use the Tank blueprint. No, bro. You can't then now just say, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this or I'm going to do. No, it doesn't work that way. You put out a standard, you put out a blueprint, now follow it. So there are fighters that this man should be fighting. Let's try this one more time, y'all. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to try this one more time. And then if it doesn't, because it looks like it's back good. So let's try this one more time. And if it doesn't, then we're going to go back. We're just going to stick to where we at. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. And we're gonna rock out like this and see how this goes. And like I said, if it messes up, we're just gonna switch back over. All right, y'all. Image. I want you guys to see something. So we can see exactly where we at. This is what the rankings currently look like. Y'all. This is what it currently looks like. All right. It currently looks like this. Shakur Stevenson, Dalton Smith, Gary Russell, Richard Hitchens. This is what it looks like. I don't know what type of time this dude is on, because one day he's saying he's going to move back down to 30 or 35, and then the next day he's out here talking about he can do whatever he wants to do. So I don't know what this dude is doing. All right, I don't know. But what we're going to talk about is what he should be doing. What he should be doing. Now, the fights that we would want him to see are plain as day. Keyshawn Davis, number 1. Plain as day for me. Behind Keyshawn Davis, I got Gary Antoine. Behind Gary Antoine, I got Richard Hitchens. And then after Richard Hitchens, I got Dalton Smith. That's my order. Keyshawn, number 1. Gary, number 2. Richard, number 3. Dalton Smith, number 4. Those are the fights at 140 that I want him to fight right now. Those are the first. That's the list. And the number 5, my number 5 that I want him to fight is Andy Hadouken. Okay? That is my list. Keyshawn Davis, number 1. Gary Antoine, number 2. Richard Hitchens, number 3. Dalton Smith, number 4. And Andy Hadouken, number 5. That is my top 5, y'all. That is who I want him to fight. All right? That is it. Now, let me fix this and show y'all. Let me give y'all my top 5 so y'all can see. So I'm going to highlight them for you guys so y'all know what's going on. Hold on a second. Hold up. T-Hunt, what's up with you, homie? Hold up. Let me grab this for you guys and get y'all my list. Okay, here's my list. Let me highlight these in order. So, number 1, Keyshawn. Number 2, let me do it differently. Let me just highlight them all like this. Let's highlight them, and then I'll put a number. I'll put a number by them. All right, so here, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's break it down to that. All right, so this is 1. This is 2. These numbers look stupid as hell because of the way I got to write this shit. But you guys will get the point. This. All right, here we go. This is my list. This is what it looks like. All right. Come on. This shit taking sweet ass time. Yo, the weather got my internet weird as hell. Image. Weather got my internet weird as a bitch. Yes, it popped up. I got my shit said there's issues with, oh man. This is pissing me off. All right. Test. Check, check, check. Yeah, this is pissing me off, man. This is freaking annoying as hell. Is it back? We good? We back good? Yeah, I had to switch back over. This shit is annoying as fuck, bro. Damn, this is annoying. Let me see something. Let me see if I can do it this way. Freaking annoying. Okay. So now I just, God damn it. So fucking annoying, y'all. So annoying to do it this way. All right. Well, anyways, we're just going to rock out like this, bro. Fuck it. We just won't have the visual today. The visuals that I want to have, we just won't have them. I wonder if I can still do them. I wonder if I can still share if I can still do the visuals. Let me see. I want to see if I can still do the, oh, I can still do them. Okay, bet. Let's try it. Can y'all hear me? We good? We good? We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna rock out like this. We're gonna rock out like this. We do it like this, y'all. So we good. All right, so this is my list. We're just gonna rock out this way. This is my list. My list, number 1, Keyshawn. Number 2, Gary. Number 3, Hitchens. Number 4, Dalton Smith. And number 5, Andy Hadouken. That is my list. That is what it should be. So let's start breaking this down, though, because I don't understand why people are doing this, but they did it nonetheless. So this is my list. So we can scrap my list, because you already know there's one person that's immediately off of this right now. There's one person that's immediately off. All right. Keyshawn Davis is off. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis is off. You ain't got to worry about him fighting Keyshawn Davis. That fight is off. Well, I don't understand why anybody is giving this man a pass to not fight Keyshawn Davis. I don't understand how you guys can tell me, come on, BF, they friends. Like, I don't understand how you guys can even tell me this. How you can say, oh, man, they friends, BF. You guys just got to get over it, BF. What if Tank said this? What if Devin said this? What if either one of those guys said, you know, we're not fighting. We're friends. Hell, what if Shakur said him and Tank was friends? What if Shakur Stevenson said him and Tank is friends, so they're not fighting? Would you guys have been okay with that? So y'all would just want Tank and Shakur to fight Devin, and that's it? Or Tank and Shakur to fight Lomachenko like they're the tag team partners in the WWF? I wonder how Tank fans would have been if Shakur Stevenson said, man, me and Tank is friends, man. That's my brother. Nah, that's bro. Man, bro, they would have probably formed the ultimate alliance, the mega powers, to jump Devin and Lomachenko. They would have been the ultimate mega powers. The Tankamaniacs would right now love Shakur Stevenson to death. They would love Shakur. All these dudes would have their whole intro would be Tank and Shakur Stevenson. All these lies and cap that they're speaking about Shakur, they wouldn't say any of it. None of it. If those two dudes tag teamed up, facts, homie, NWO, the New World Order, Hulk Hogan and Chris Jennings or whatever his name is. Hulk, the mega powers, the New World Order with them painted on mustaches. Man, they would have loved them, bro. Not one person would have said a damn thing about these people tagging up. Because Shakur Stevenson would have been meat riding Tank and they would have been A-okay with it. But this is what the rankings look like to Shakur Stevenson right now. This is what they look like. Everybody is on the menu except for Keyshawn. You can remove Keyshawn Davis because that's not happening. Because for some strange reason, Shakur said he's not fighting him, and you guys are A-okay with that, but yet y'all have the audacity to call somebody else a duck. The audacity to call Tank Davis a duck. The audacity to say Tank needs to fight Shakur, but Shakur don't need to fight Keyshawn. The audacity to say Devin Haney is a duck. Devin Haney got to do this, but Shakur don't have to do nothing. The audacity. Listen, bro, I don't got to fight them. Why do I got to fight them? Why do I got to fight? Why do I got to fight this guy right here, bro? Why do I got to fight this guy if he's my friend? So all Tank got to do is when you guys say, yo, nah, man, hell no, Tank got to fight Lamont Roach. He got to do the Lamont Roach rematch. All Tank got to do is say, nah, man, me and Roach is friends. That was my boy, bro. I gave that man an opportunity. I gave him some pay. His name is now popping. His name is popping, bro. So I don't got to fight no Lamont Roach. Why do I got to fight Lamont Roach, man? His name is popping, bro. Jones 2 Trees, salute. Bro, I did that man a favor. Nobody was checking for Lamont Roach. Because I fought Lamont Roach, now Lamont Roach's name is big. Because I fought Lamont Roach, now Lamont Roach is fighting on pay-per-view. Because I fought Lamont Roach, now Lamont Roach has got more title fight opportunities in the last 4 fights that he's got his whole professional career. And those are facts, bro. Facts, mindset. My brother Mike, bro, me and Lamont Roach grew up in the trenches together. TB1 salute. My brother Jones 2 Tree, I see you if I didn't shout you out. Me and Lamont Roach grew up in the trenches, bro. What, man, we ate cereal with milk, with water in it. No milk. No milk, bro. Matter of fact, no water. Just cereal. As a matter of fact, we ate cereal with no cereal and no milk and no water. Just a bowl with a spoon and imagination. That's how me and Lamont Roach grew up. A bowl, a spoon, imagination, and that was it. And we got full. We came from the trenches. Just imagine if Tank said that, bro. I'm not rematching this dude. Why? But just imagine if he did that. The outcry. Imagine if Devin said, bro, I'm not rematching Ryan Garcia. Me and Ryan Garcia were friends. Don't matter if he did that, bro. We reconcile. We friends. Man, the entire planet would blow up. Imagine if Devin Haney said, bro, I'm not fighting no Boots. I'll go to 154, but I ain't fighting no Boots. I'll move to 147, but I'm not fighting Boots. Man, me and Boots is friends, bro. Our fathers know each other. Our fathers are friends. Bozy and Bill are friends. They've been friends for years. I'm not fighting no Boots. Why would I fight Boots? Why would I do that? Me and Boots, bro, Boots gave me a pair of boots. I got my first pair of Timbs from Boots. Why would I fight Jerron Ennis? And Jerron Ennis gave me my first pair of Timberlands. That's my friend. Imagine if he said this. The world would shatter, bro. But for some strange reason, Shakur Stevenson says he's not fighting Keyshawn, and you guys just said, that's okay. They're friends. Man, you guys got to just move on, man. Can't y'all still talk about this Keyshawn stuff, man? I can't believe y'all still talk about this Keyshawn stuff, man. There's other fights out there, man. I can't believe you guys still talk about this Keyshawn stuff, man. Keep getting Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn, man, it's crazy, man. I can't believe you talk about this Keyshawn stuff, man. I can't believe you bring up this Keyshawn stuff, man. It's crazy, man. It's Keyshawn stuff. That's crazy to me, man. I can't believe this, man. All right, well, the next one we can move off of this because we can move some other ones off now is the IBF. We can remove the IBF. Now, let me switch back over so y'all can see this. Let me switch back over. As you see that, the IBF is Richardson Hitchens. Richard Hitchens is fighting Lindolf Delgado. So you can remove Hitchens and Lindolf Delgado. You see Lindolf Delgado is number 3 in the WBO. He's number 5 in the WBC. And he's number 1 in the IBF. So we're removing Lindolf Delgado. It now looks like this. You have Shakur Stevenson, Dalton Smith, Gary Antoine, no Keyshawn, no Lindolf Delgado. All right. This is what we got. That's what it is. All right. So now we can move off some others. We can remove off some others. Let's remove the WBC because Dalton Smith is fighting Alberto Puello. All right. Dalton Smith is fighting Alberto Puello. Here we go. So you got Shakur Stevenson, no Keyshawn, no Lindolf, no Dalton, no Alberto Puello. It now looks like this, y'all. This is what it looks like now. Those are his rankings. Those are the champions that are available for him to fight. So no Dalton Smith, no Richard Hitchens. None. You don't got none of those guys. This is what it now looks like. This is what it looks like. It now looks like this. This is what it looks like. The green are the best 2 options available. The yellow is who I think he is going to fight. And as a matter of fact, I need to update that. I need to update that, y'all. BF's got to update that. Let me update that. Because Honor Barboza is fighting Kenneth Sims. So Honor Barboza and Kenneth Sims are gone. So then we can update that as well and remove them. Yeah, let's remove them. So we can remove Honor Barboza, remove him from all of these, what's the names? Remove Kenneth Sims. Yep, remove Kenneth Sims, remove Honor Barboza from everything. Because those guys are fighting each other. So there is no Honor Barboza and there is no Kenneth Sims. There is none. Those guys don't exist now. So this is what it actually looks like. Yeah, let me go back to that. It looks like this now. These are the fighters who are available for him to fight. These. There you go. That's what it looks like, y'all. This is what it looks like. Right here. Gary Antoine, Isaac Cruz are the best two options. Alfredo Santiago and Emiliano Vargas are the next two options. Now, you wonder why you don't see Sandor Martin, Subriel Matisse, because they're not ranked in the WBO. You don't see Andy Hadouken because Andy Hadouken is not ranked in the WBO. Yeah. The two options, you don't even see Oscar Duarte. Oscar Duarte versus Shakur Stevenson would be a good-ass fight because Oscar Duarte is basically William Zepeda with more punching power. Don't worry about it, Jay Hancock. Don't worry about it. I'm going to speak about it. Trust me. Trust me. I'm going to speak about it. I don't know why they dropped, whatever. I don't know why they dropped him, but it is what it is. But Frank Martin is not ranked in the WBO either. So then don't expect Shakur to fight Frank Martin. All right? Don't expect that. So let's remove off some people that I can tell you don't expect. All right? Don't expect these. Let's put a line through it. Hold up a second. Let's fix this line. All right, here we go. Don't expect Frank Martin. Don't expect Andy Hadouken. Don't expect Sandor Martin or Subriel Matisse. Do not expect them. He's not fighting those guys. They're not ranked in his sanctioning body. Don't expect Oscar Duarte. Not fighting them. Don't expect it at all. Don't expect Michel Rivera. Don't expect him. It's not happening at all. All right, so I'm going to X out these guys, and I'm going to show you again who you don't expect. Don't expect these guys. All right, let's go ahead and get back to it because there is some viable options here. All right, there's some viable options. There is some viable options. All right, there is some viable options. Now, let me go ahead and get to this now. Let me go get to this and show y'all what's going on here. All right. Here you go. This is what it looks like now. So there's no Keyshawn Davis because he said he's not fighting him. So you can get Keyshawn out of here. There is no Dalton Smith because Dalton Smith has got to fight Alberto Puello. So you can remove Alberto Puello. There's no Richard Hitchens because Richard Hitchens is fighting Lindolf Delgado. So you can remove Lindolf Delgado. There's no Sandor Martin. He's not ranked in the WBO. There's no Subriel Matisse. He's not ranked in the WBO. There is no Andy Hadouken. He's not ranked in the WBO. There's no Frank Martin. He's not ranked in the WBO. There's no Oscar Duarte. He's not ranked in the WBO. And there's no Michel Rivera. He's not ranked in the WBO. Okay, now, of the people ranked in the WBO, I'm going to put a green check mark next to the ones who are competitive for him, but he won't fight. These are competitive fights in a WBO, and I don't see him fighting these people because they are competitive fighters, and I don't see it happening. I mean, it could happen. He could surprise me, but I don't see it happening. All right, here are the fighters who are currently ranked in the WBO that are competitive that I don't see him fighting. Here we go. Ernesto Mercado, and that is it. Tito. He will not fight Tito. I don't see it. Maybe he would. I don't believe it. I do not believe he will fight Tito at all. I don't believe it. Who I do believe he will fight is Alfredo Santiago or Emiliano Vargas. This man is talking about how he only wants the big fights and the big names. Please, someone tell me how Emiliano Vargas is not a big fight and a big name for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson fans will make Emiliano Vargas a big name. They will make him a big name. They will say, oh, man, look, man, Emiliano Vargas, that's the Vargas boys, man. He got a stoppage his last fight. He's got a stoppage, man. That's the Vargas boys, man. Emiliano's a big name. Listen, bro, I think Emiliano's, he'll beat all these other guys. To me, y'all, Emiliano beats Gary Russell. He beats Isaac Cruz easy, man. Y'all tripping. Emiliano Vargas, he got the bloodline, man, the bloodline. He'll beat all these dudes. You guys is tripping. Y'all don't know nothing about boxing. You guys don't know anything about boxing if you believe Emiliano Vargas is not the second best fighter at 140. You guys is tripping. And the only reason why Emiliano Vargas is the second best fighter is because Shakur is the first best fighter. That's the only reason why. And we don't count Keyshawn because Shakur already said he's not fighting him. And Keyshawn said it too. So we don't count Keyshawn, y'all. No, we don't count Keyshawn, man. And come on, BF. Why would he fight Sandor Martin, Subriel Matisse, Andy Hadouken, Frank Martin, Oscar Duarte, Michelle Rivera? Why would he fight those guys, man? They're not even ranked in the WBO. These guys are not ranked, BF. Why would he fight those guys, BF? They're not ranked, BF. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. Why would he fight them, BF? What would he, what, you know, here's their new excuse. What did Shakur Stevenson gain by fighting Sandor Martin? What did Shakur Stevenson gain by fighting Subriel Matisse? Come on, BF. Answer this for me. What does Shakur Stevenson gain by fighting Andy Hadouken? What does he gain by fighting Frank Martin? What does he gain by fighting Oscar Duarte, Michelle Rivera? What does he gain, BF? Let's be real, BF. Let's keep it a buck, BF. What does he gain? Shakur doesn't gain anything by fighting those guys. He doesn't gain anything. Okay, fine. If we are talking about what Shakur gains, then there is literally only two fighters that he should be fighting. Gary Antoine Russell and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. At 140, these are the only two fighters he should be fighting. That is it. Gary Antoine Russell and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now, which one do you guys think he should fight first? My brother Big Mina was in the building. What's up, OG? Who do you guys think Shakur should fight first? If we're talking about he doesn't gain this and he doesn't gain that, who do you guys think he should fight? Because there's only two fighters that he should fight that he would gain something. Who do you guys think that is? It is either Gary Russell or Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Who do you guys think he should fight? Should I do a poll? Who do you guys think he should fight? I'm going to do a poll. These are the only two fighters that fit the criteria of something to gain. These are the only two. Everybody else is tied up. Everybody else is tied up, y'all. There's only two fighters that are available. There's only two. Gary Antoine and Isak Pitbull Cruz. So if everybody's running through here talking about, nah, man, he can't do this, man, because he's got to get something to gain, man. What does he gain, man? Well, there's only two fighters then. Pitbull and Gary Russell. That's it. So let me see, who do y'all think he should fight? All right, give it a second. I feel like you guys is good. Okay, let me end the poll. Overwhelmingly, Gary Russell. Overwhelmingly, you guys think that Shakur Stevenson, you overwhelmingly think he should be fighting this guy right here. Of course, Brambo. Of course, they didn't say that, but don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even, it's all good. So overwhelmingly, Shakur Stevenson should be fighting this guy. Overwhelmingly, 90%. You guys say overwhelmingly he should be fighting this guy. Well, what's the excuse to not fight this guy, y'all? They fought on the exact same fight card. Gary was on the undercard of Shakur Stevenson's fight. Someone please tell me the excuse for Shakur to not fight this man. What is the excuse? They fought on the same card. The same card. Why isn't people smashing the gas for Shakur to fight this guy? Why is there a conversation about this man fighting anybody else? Why is there even a conversation? Why? Like, I don't understand why there's even a conversation. They both just fought, bro. Both of them just fought. This man fought Andy Hadouken. That man fought Tio. What's the problem? I understand you guys want to move around and y'all want to look for something to try to dick ride and cap. I get it, bro. Trust me, I get it. I totally understand. Big Joe Townsend, what's up with you, homie? I understand. Definitely understand. They both just fought. Both of them. What's the excuse? What's the excuse? No, man. What card they fight on at the same time, BF? You said they fought on the same card. What card? Man, knock it off. Both of these guys just fought. Both of them. What is the excuse? They are both not undefeated, but they're both champions in the same sanctioning body. I mean, in the same division. What's the excuse? What's the excuse? Maybe y'all need to see both of these dudes on the same screen. Let me help y'all. I'm thinking that's what y'all need to see to get an understanding. It's all good. I don't got no beef. AVL 9, I got no beef. They both fought at the exact, well, not the exact same time, but they both fought. They both just fought. So yes, not on the exact same card, but they both just fought. Literally, they both just fought. So basically the same card. Not the same card, no, but it might as well happen. It literally might as well happen. So let me fix this, because looking at the screen right now, all you see is Gary Russell. That's all we see is Gary Russell. So let me fix it. Let me fix it a little bit so that it looks a little different, because when you put them both on the screen at the same time, champion versus champion, it then looks a little different, y'all. When you put champion versus champion on the screen at the same time, it looks a little different. Because now it's like, wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, why aren't they fighting next? Why is Shakur Stevenson talking about moving back down to 130 at 35 at all? Well, why is he even talking about moving back down? Now all of a sudden, it's the link. Well, we'll get to that here in a second, but let's stay at 140 right quick. Let's just stay at 140 for a little bit. Let's stay right here at 140. I'm going to do something for you guys. This will look a little bit better for y'all. Okay, this right here will look better because looking at it from this perspective, right? From this perspective is a different, it's a different angle. It's a different vibe. So let's look at it this way. Now tell me why not this fight? Now we're looking at it, look at it this way. Why not this fight now? Now why not? Now that you're looking at it right now, as this way right now, why not now? Now that we can put things into perspective. Okay, so let me go back now. There's two fights. Let me put this back on the screen. Gary Russell and Isaac Cruz. Those are the only two fights. If he doesn't fight Gary and he doesn't fight Isaac, then he's got to fight Alfredo Santiago. If he doesn't fight either one of those guys, y'all, either one, if he doesn't fight either one, then his only opponent is Alfredo Santiago. His number 2. That is about to be his mandatory. This guy, who Devin cooked years ago. That one knockout is from Devin. This is the guy that's about to be Shakur's mandatory. Is this what y'all looking for? He is about to be Shakur's Mando, y'all. Is this what y'all want? Y'all want to wait for this fight right here to happen and then say, "Oh, BF, man, you just want to see Shakur get stripped, man. He got to fight him, BF. That's his mandatory, BF." This what y'all doing? This what we doing? I want to make sure now. Are we waiting for this? Are we waiting? Sure, Devin didn't stop him. Won every round. Cool, that's what's up. Are we waiting for this? Because that is what's next. That's what's next. That is the next fight. Because he's not going to fight Keyshawn. So he's going to end up fighting Alfredo Santiago. So are we going to sit around and wait for the WBO to order him to fight this guy right here? Is that what we're going to do? Delano, please shut up, gang. Please. You're weird, bro. You believe in me now? What are you talking about believing you? As if somebody would against you. Who said Shakur versus Gary was not a good fight? Who said that? Who said this, bro? Who said this? Who said that Shakur versus Gary is not the best at 140? Who said this? Bro, you dudes are weird as hell. Yo, you believe in me now? When did I go against you to say that it's not the best fight at 140? Who went against you and said that Shakur versus Gary is not the best fight at 140, bro? Who said that? Are you believing me now? Who said this? Someone please tell me who said that this was not the best fight at 140. Who said that? I want to talk to that person. This is the best fight at 140. There is no better fight than this at 140 for Shakur Stevenson. Zero. Who said there was a better fight? Who said this, bro? Bro, you dudes are delusional. I swear, you dudes are delusional, bro. Nobody said this. Oh, see? Are y'all believing me now? I've never said that there's a better fight for Shakur than this. Never. What are you guys talking about? This is the best fight to make. This one. OVL thinks Playo is better. I'm cool with that. But you're the first one. I don't think Shakur can beat Andy Hadouken at all. I think Andy Hadouken beats the brakes off Shakur Stevenson. He might stop Shakur. Dead ass serious. I don't think Shakur will ever fight Hadouken. Never. Ever. He will never fight that man. Ever. Hadouken is the worst opponent Shakur Stevenson can fight at 140 is Andy Hadouken. That is the worst opponent, yo. The absolute worst. Dead ass serious. The worst. This is the fight I want. This one right here. This fight is the one I want. I want Shakur versus Gary. This is the best fight to make at 140. There is no fight better than this. Zero. Shakur Stevenson, you called out Gary Russell when you was at 135. You called that man out. You called out Gary, and you called out Subriel. Gary is in a position to get you can unify. Has anybody noticed that Shakur Stevenson is now saying the belts don't matter when it comes time to unify now? All of a sudden, the only belt he wants is the Ring Magazine belt. How ironic. Can you guys imagine if Tank said that? Why would I unify? I don't care about unifying. I just want the ring belt. And then wait until Shakur Stevenson is not at 135 and then fight Raymond Mortala his damn self and become the ring champion and then say, forget all the other belts. I'm not fighting anybody. I don't care about them belts. I can't feed my kid with belts. Can you guys imagine if Tank said that? Let that sink in. Somebody, anybody, let that sink in. Gervonta Tank Davis saying, man, I don't care about these damn belts. The only belt I want is the ring belt. And then never tries to get the ring belt until somebody that he knows he can beat is right there. And then he fights that guy. And then claims that the ring belt is the only belt that matters. Can you guys imagine that? This fight is bigger than Teofimo Lopez to me. This fight is bigger than Teo. Bigger. Big Dog says, I heard Devin is on Tank's undercard, a possibility. Maybe. I could care less. All I care about is that Devin is fighting Rolly and unifying. I don't give a damn if he was on the undercard. The undercard's undercard. It doesn't bother me at all. Only you guys care about the main event. That is a talking point for Shakur and Tank fans. Not a talking point for me. Not one time ever is my name the best main event fighting the best main event. That is not my name. At all. That is not me. I don't give a damn where the fight happens. I don't care if it's first, second, third, fourth, last. I don't care. See, my name is best fight the best. I don't give a damn when Shushu fights a newie. I don't give a damn. I don't care if it's a main event, a co-main event, an undercard. That is the fight I want to see. I wouldn't give a damn when Shakur fought Gary Russell. I don't care if it was the main event, the undercard. I don't give a damn if it was the first card on the fight, on the fight card. I wouldn't care. If it was the first fight on the whole card, I wouldn't care. Shakur versus Gary Antoine is the best and biggest fight at 140 pounds. There is no fight bigger than this one. None. There is no fight bigger. This is the biggest fight at 140. This one. There is no fight bigger than this at 140 pounds. None. I don't care when this fight happens. I couldn't care less. Wait, on Tank's undercard? Damn. Of course a Boots meat eater will say some stuff like that. Well, let me explain something to the Boots meat eaters. If Devin was fighting on an undercard, his fight will be bigger than Boots' main event. Devin is not fighting on an undercard of Tank. But if he was, Devin on the undercard of a Tank Davis fight would be bigger than Boots as a main event. And it always has been. And it still is right now. Devin versus Jose Ramirez was bigger than any fight that Boots fought in his career. And he's got 36 of them. And that is the reason why Boots ducked Devin. Yeah, that's the reason why. Oh, yeah? What were the Nielsen ratings for any fight that did bigger than Devin's fight? What's the Nielsen ratings? If it's cat. What were the views? What was the Nielsen ratings? Goofy Boots meat eater. God is sugar free. What's up, God is sugar free Mars? What were the Nielsen ratings? Well, anybody that tells you this, Delano, is a coward. Anybody that says this is a straight up coward. They don't want zero smoke with Gary Russell. Zero. Anybody that brings this up is a straight up fraud. A straight up fraud, Delano. Straight up fraud. Anybody that says that. Anybody says, man, Gary Russell didn't do nothing to deserve no Shakur fight. Gary didn't do nothing. Gary didn't do nothing to deserve Shakur. Anybody that said that, Delano, is a fraud. They are coward. They are straight coward, bro. Straight up coward. Anybody that says that. Anybody. I don't care who it is. They are a coward. They don't want no smoke with Gary and Shakur. None. They do not believe that Shakur can beat that man. If they're talking about what did Gary do. What did Gary do? Why Gary? What does Shakur gain by fighting Gary? What did Shakur gain? But there is another fight here, y'all. Look at this screen. There's another fight. There is a fight that I think is bigger. I think it's bigger. Yeah, I think it's bigger. I think this fight is bigger than Gary Russell. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Somebody asked me why. I think this fight is bigger than Gary Russell. I think it's bigger. Oh, you asking me why? Well, I'm glad you asked me why. I'm glad you asked me why. Because Gervonta is trying to fight Pitbull Cruz right now. So if Shakur Stevenson takes Pitbull, that's a boss move. Yeah. If Shakur Stevenson takes Pitbull from Tank Davis, all the Tankamaniacs can no longer say, oh, man, Tank Davis is the man. He could just take your opponent. If Shakur Stevenson takes Pitbull, takes him. Yeah, takes him. If Shakur Stevenson takes Pitbull, not only does Shakur Stevenson step on Tank's throat and say, I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm a bigger name than you. I'm a bigger draw than you. I got more draw power. People fighting me going to get more money. I took your opponent. Do something. Not only does Shakur do that to Tank Davis, he is now the WBC interim champion. Yeah, he's now the WBC interim champion. He's the WBC interim. He is the lineal king. He is the WBO champion and the WBC interim. That's what he now is. And he stepped on Tank's neck and took his fight. This is an amazing fight. Amazing. Of course, Shakur fans are going to say it's a terrible fight, of course. This fight is amazing. Amazing. Yasir, salute to my brother. Salam, my brother. He says, salute, King, and Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you, my brother. I really, really appreciate you, my brother. This is a phenomenal fight. Phenomenal. Absolute phenomenal fight. Phenomenal. You have a dude in Pitbull Cruz who is going to keep going at Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is not going to stop this man. He's going to keep going. He is going to do nothing but throw power shots. Now, I don't expect Pitbull to beat this man at all, but he is going to present something to Shakur that others didn't. Shakur and Pitbull can absolutely fight. Offer him the money. Offer him the money. Offer him the bread, bro. You got turkey, offer him the bread. Step on Tank's toes. Take Tank's opponent. You've got the bread, bro. Take his opponent. Beat his opponent up. Get his WBC interim title. And now you are in line, the mandatory to Dalton Smith. And as the WBC interim champion, you have negotiating and bargaining power. It's not just you got to take what you get. No, you're the same thing Golovkin was. Remember, Golovkin had the same thing when he fought Canelo Alvarez. Golovkin, the champion, was the WBC interim and WBC diamond. So he was Canelo Alvarez's mandatory. So he had negotiating power. Canelo was trying to make him do certain things and give him certain amount of bread, and Golovkin was like, hell no. I'm a champion too, bro. You bugging. Shakur Stevenson would be in the exact same position. The exact same. And now, Gervonta, if you want to get the WBC interim title at 140, you have to fight Shakur. Why is Shakur allowing this man to move around him yet again? Why? For you guys saying this is a terrible fight, it's a bad fight, and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Why is Shakur allowing Tank to move around him again? Why? Big Dog says, Tankamaniacs say Pitbull beat Devin and Core. That's why Rolly will beat Devin. Of course, they live in triangle theories, and that's fine. I don't mind. I don't really care about their nonsense. I care about fighters who are actually fighting somebody. Now, what I'm asking is, why is Shakur allowing Tank to move around him yet again? Why? When is Shakur going to boss up, bro? This fight is way better. It's a way better fight. Way better. It's a unification and it's a way better fight. This fight has more meaning. You was trying to fight Pitbull already. At 135, you was trying to fight Pitbull. You never sent this man a contract, but you said you was trying to fight him. Send him one now. You've got Turki Al-Sheikh. Send him one. Jump in front of Tank. Piss in this man's Cheerios. Tank Davis is trying to fight this man at 140 for his WBC interim title. Okay. Then you beat this guy and you become the WBC interim champion and make that dude fight you. Who cares what Pitbull said? Ryan Garcia said he'll never fight somebody either. Who cares? Terrence Crawford said he's never fighting Errol Spence. Who cares? Who cares what somebody said? You guys are sounding real scary, bro. Y'all sounding real scary. Sounding real scary. Y'all sound like when y'all start talking about Shakur and Keyshawn. Well, BF, they said they're never going to fight. Terrence Crawford said he's never going to fight Sean Porter. How'd that turn out? You're one of the biggest people that say, yo, all these fighters cap. Scared of what? You tell me. You tell me what you're scared of. You tell me. Pitbull already said, okay, cool. So what? So what? No, it would not be a unification. No. You cannot unify interim belts, bro. I understand you want to come in here protecting Shakur Stevenson. You cannot unify interim belts. That is not how that works. The only belt that you can unify with is the actual WBC title. You cannot unify an interim title. That's like trying to unify the WBO Global and the damn WBC Silver. That's not a unification, gang. That is not a unification. John Wick, if you ask me for the link and I put the link in the chat and you don't click it, I'm blocking you. You understand me? I'm telling you this right now, bro. If you ask me for the link and I put the link in the chat and you don't click it, I will see you in June. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I swear on everything. You asked me for the link. I'm giving you a heads up, bro. I'm giving you the heads up. So don't be like, man, that's messed up what BF did. No, I'm telling you straight up right now. I'm not giving you shit. I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving you a damn thing. Nothing. Literally nothing. You want to be a super wrench? Become a member. Otherwise, I'm not giving you a damn thing. Nothing. No, because you guys be playing with me all the damn time. Yo, got the link, BF. You've been saying this now for how long? All you're going to do is stay in the comments and cap on Boots. So no, sir. No. If I drop the link, if you want me to drop the link, I will drop the link. And when I drop the link, if you do not click it, I will see you in June. So don't ask me for something that you don't want, bro. You don't want that, bro. So don't ask me. Okay, well, I'm glad you respect it. Then stop playing with me then. Yo, give me the link, BF. Give me the link. Then I put the link in and you do nothing. Talk about some goddamn jasmine rice. You're not going to do anything, gang. You ain't going to click the link. You'll defend Boots with your life and soul like these tankomaniacs. When the man hasn't done a damn thing in 36 fights. Don't worry. We're going to speak about it tomorrow, though. Anyways, back to Shakur Stevenson. This fight right here, although I would pick Shakur to beat Pitbull. All right, I would pick Shakur to beat Pitbull. I absolutely would. I would pick Shakur to beat him. It's not going to be easy. Pitbull has a chin. This is not an easy fight, bro. At all. Will Shakur beat him? Keep him behind the jab and jab him to death? Yes. Yes, bro. Yes. He will jab him. Yes. No, it is not easy. No, it is not. When you can jab somebody like Tio, who's scared of you, Pitbull is not scared of him. He was jabbing Zepeda. How'd that turn out? He was jabbing Nakatili. How'd that turn out? He tried to jab De Los Santos. How'd that turn out? Did he win those fights? Yes. They were not easy. No, they were not. I don't know why you guys saying it's an easy fight. No, they were not easy. No, they were not. This man will put absolute pressure on him like he does for everybody. You can jab somebody, and if you're jabbing them and they're still coming at you, what are you doing? Will he win? In my humble opinion, Shakur will beat Pitbull Cruz. He will beat this man. In my opinion. It's not an easy fight, bro, but he will beat him, in my opinion. In my opinion, he will beat him. Some people may disagree with me and think Pitbull got a chance. I don't. I think Pitbull's only chance is if Shakur fights stupid, and Shakur is not a stupid fighter. So because Shakur is not a stupid fighter, I don't see Pitbull beating Shakur at all. At all. He will keep this man behind the jab, and Pitbull will keep walking this man down. And the advantage that Pitbull has is he's 4'4". So there's not going to be a lot of body shots. He's 4'4", bro. It's going to be all headshots, and Pitbull Cruz's head is a damn rock. And Shakur can have some dangerous moments here if he gets on the rope. But Shakur's feet are way too good for Pitbull. Way too good. What's up, champ? I see the preacher man in the building. There will be no knockouts. There will be no knockdowns. There will be no stoppages. There will be none of that. Shakur Stevenson will beat this man 12-0. But this is a better fight, not a better fight, a bigger fight. Motorsports, what's up with you, gang? It's a bigger fight than this one. This is the best fight that can be made. The best. There is no fight at 140 that can be made that is better than this. None. This is a bigger fight. This fight, they have the exact same fan base. This fight, they don't. This fight, you're not stepping on Tank's toes in no way, shape, or fashion. You are actually giving Tank an out. In this one, you are removing the out in this one because Tank is trying to fight Pitbull for the WBC interim. If Shakur fights Pitbull, he takes Pitbull from Tank. He bosses up and takes Pitbull. He becomes the the interim champion. So Tank, if you want it, come get it. If you want a belt at 140, then you gotta fight Richard Hitchens. You gotta fight Gary Antoine, or you gotta fight me. You can't go up there and fight a Dalton Smith or fight one, because I'm getting that. He's not doing any of that, y'all. He's not doing any. None. Now let me give you guys that just got here a quick recap. Let me give you a quick recap. These are the fights that I want Shakur to fight. These are the biggest fights for him. Right here. Keyshawn Davis, Andy Hadouken, Gary Antoine, Richard Hitchens, and Dalton Smith. These are the biggest fights for him. Notice I don't have Isaac Cruz highlighted. And the reason why I don't have Isaac Cruz highlighted on my list is because if Tank fights Isaac and beats Isaac, and Shakur fights Dalton Smith, then Tank becomes Shakur's mandatory. That's why I have it the way I have it. My brother Steven X is in the building. What's up, bro? Snoopy Mac Dream Team in the building. Let me say this again, y'all. The biggest fight at 140, the best fight, the one that we'll never get, the biggest money, the biggest bag, the biggest everything, is Shakur versus Keyshawn. That is the biggest money, the biggest bag, the biggest fight, the biggest everything. But you know Shakur is never going to fight this man. And Shakur fans will give this man a pass for both of these niggas ducking each other. So then we remove Keyshawn Davis off the picture because Shakur fans will give this man a pass, a complete pass. They have given him a pass, and they will continue giving both of these dudes a pass to duck each other. They will continue that. So, therefore, the biggest fight at 140 is this one. That is the biggest fight at 140, right there. This is the biggest. The biggest and the best. This one right here. It would be Shakur and Keyshawn, but Shakur and Keyshawn fans are both cap artists, so they'll both make excuses on why it's okay for them not to fight each other. Yet they keep going to the same goddamn weight classes. If you're not going to fight each other, why do you keep going to the same damn weight class? Why is Keyshawn even at 140? Take your goofy, retarded ass to 47. Let Shakur be great at 40. Why are you in the same weight class? Why? Of course, Shakur and Keyshawn fans will never address that question. If you're not going to fight the dude, then why are you keep going to the same goddamn weight class? If you're not going to fight the dude. How about Shakur Stevenson do what he said he's going to do and go back down to 135 and let Keyshawn fight Alfredo Santiago, who ran up on Keyshawn for the vacant WBO title? How about he do that? How about Shakur drop the WBO belt, go back down to 135 like he said he was going to do, and let Keyshawn and Alfredo Santiago fight each other for the vacant WBO? How about you do that? What is the purpose of two niggas saying they're not going to fight each other, and then one of the niggas becomes number one in the goddamn belt, the goddamn sanctioning body, where this guy legitimately is a champion? But of course, Shakur nor Keyshawn fans will address that. You mean to tell me Keyshawn Davis couldn't have went and became number one in any other sanctioning body? You mean to tell me you got to become number one in the one sanctioning body where Shakur Stevenson is fighting for the goddamn title? So you become the mandatory to that? Has anybody noticed how Shakur fans and Keyshawn Davis fans are quiet about this, except for Brambo? Anybody notice that? Anybody notice? Anybody notice how Keyshawn Davis fans and Shakur Stevenson fans don't say anything about why in the hell did Keyshawn go the WBO route? Why? If you knew your brother was fighting Tio for the WBO title, why the hell did you become the number one in the same sanctioning body? Why didn't you go the WBC route, the WBA route, the IBF route? Why didn't you go one of those other routes? Why did you go the one route where the guy that's the champion is a one person that you said you're not fighting? Anybody notice that? Whatever. Forget it, y'all. They're going to ignore that. They're going to ignore that. So, whatever. Let them ignore it. They're going to ignore it. So I'm going to just let them ignore it. Whatever. Keyshawn said he moving to 47. Who gives a damn what he said, nigga? He is still at 40. Who gives a damn what he said? Teofimo Lopez said he's moving to 47. Where is Tio at, my nigga? They have the same management team. The same people. Well, they used to. They don't now. Tio said he's moving to 47. Tio is now ranked at 47. I don't give a damn what he said. When is he going to do it? I don't care what he said. Because the WBO president is saying this nigga didn't do nothing. He can say whatever he wants to say. He didn't do a damn thing. But Tio did. So when is he going to do this? When is Keyshawn going to do anything that he says? When? Or are you guys just going to believe everything he says because he goes to Devin and y'all don't like Devin? Is that what it is? We just going to believe everything he says? You guys, and y'all have a funny way of moving, bro. You don't like Devin. You think Keyshawn beats him. You want Keyshawn to beat him. You say Devin is ducking. Yet Keyshawn is not even going up there to fight him. And y'all blame Devin for that too. Not one time did I see any of you guys blame Keyshawn for anything. Hey, Keyshawn, bro, if you want to fight Devin, why are you at 140? You don't got no belt. Hey, Keyshawn, if you want to fight Devin, why don't you go up there and fight somebody at 140? Hey, Keyshawn, if you want to fight Devin, Jack Catterall's available. How about you petition the WBO to fight Jack Catterall? Hey, Keyshawn, if you want to fight Devin, Teofimo Lopez is now ranked number 3 in the WBO at 147. If you got beef with Tio, go fight Tio. He is ranked number 3 in the WBO. You got beef with Tio. So go to 147 and fight Tio. What's the problem? Of course, you guys will never address this because y'all just do not like Devin. So my brother, y'all just don't like Devin. So you guys are just going to rock out what y'all rock out. And that's fine. But I'm going to be the one to call y'all out for it, bro. I'm going to call y'all out. I'm definitely going to call y'all out. But anyways, this is what I wanted. We can remove all these. He ain't fighting none of those guys because all those guys is unavailable. Because Dalton Smith is fighting Puello. Richard Hitchin is fighting Delgado. All those dudes is gone, bro. He said he's not fighting Keyshawn, so that's out. All those is done. Those is all out the window. All these are done. All these dudes is lined up with somebody else. All these. He ain't fighting Sandor. He ain't fighting Subadao. He ain't fighting Andy Adukin. He ain't fighting Frank Martin. He's not fighting Michelle Rivera. And he's not fighting Oscar Duarte because all those guys are ranked in different sanctioning bodies. They're not ranked in the WBO. Which leaves us with 4 fights. And there's one guy in the WBO who I think is pretty dangerous and is a damn good boxer and can punch. And I don't see Shakur fighting him, and that is Ernesto Mercado. Tito. I don't see Shakur fighting Tito at all. At all. I do not see it. Which then leaves 4 fighters, period. Alfredo Santiago, Emiliano Vargas, Gary Antoine, and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. These are it. This is it. This is it. Motorsports, my brother. Brother, you have a wild sense about you, King. My brother Motorsports, he has a wild sense. Like my brother's opinions and stances, my brother Motorsports' opinions are wild to me. They're really, really wild to me. My brother will sit in here on this page and others and watch people annihilate Tank, his favorite fighter, disrespect Tank, down and degrade Tank, and go to bat for Tank. He'll go to bat for Tank. And then when the other fighters do it, he somehow is okay with them doing it. My brother has a wild sense. I'm not sure with my brother. I'm not sure. There is no way that I could do what that man does. There's no way. You're not going to sit here and drag this fighter or that fighter because they're my favorites or I like them. And then when my favorite, when your favorite does it or someone else's favorite, I'm going to agree with you. And no, bro, you're bugging. I couldn't do what he does. I couldn't do what he does, bro. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I could not do what my brother does. I couldn't do it. I'm not sure how he does it, but I respect him. I just couldn't do it. No, bro. If you're dragging Tank Davis and all his moves are bad, everything Tank does is bad. His resume is garbage. Everybody he fights is trash. Every move he does is trash. And then Shakur does the exact same thing. Keyshawn does the same thing. And then you praise them and you're okay with it. My brother is bugging. I couldn't do it. Hell no, I couldn't do it. But salute to my brother. Like I said, I respect my brother Motorsports. I definitely respect my brother. I just couldn't do what he does. You couldn't. I couldn't sit there and watch people drag my favorite fighter, and they have justifiable points. They have realistic points and realistic options and realistic stances. And then their favorite fighter does the same thing, and I just agree with them. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody. This man is bugging. I couldn't do it, dog. I couldn't do it. Like I said, bro, I respect my brother Motorsports. Definitely, but I couldn't do what he does. My brother will sit right here and let people cook Tank and cook whatever, and then he'll go right along with it because one of them, Keyshawn Davis, he likes. And he don't like Devin, but he likes Keyshawn. So he will go along with the go along while they destroy Tank just to protect Keyshawn because he doesn't like Devin. That is diabolical to me. Nah, gang. Nah, I couldn't do it. But I respect my brother Motorsports. I respect your thought process and your moves, but I couldn't do it. I definitely couldn't do it. Motorsports, bro, you a 101, gang. I could not do what you do. What's up, Big Goop? Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I will be like, wait a minute. So you just told me that my favorite fighter's resume is garbage, but yet your favorite fighter is about to fight somebody that my favorite fighter already beat. So how is his resume good? You crapped on my favorite fighter because my favorite fighter says the belts don't matter. And for damn near 3 years, 4 years, you destroyed my favorite fighter. You crapped on my favorite fighter for like 3-something years. Okay, well, salute to you, Motorsports, if you say you like Dev too. My bad then. But for 4 years, when Tank said, forget about the belts, for 4 years, They dragged Tank Davis for 4 years, saying the belts don't matter for 4 years. Your other favorite fighter, Terrence Crawford, that is what he is known for, is for having all the belts. And now these guys are saying the belts don't matter, and my bro is cool with it. That is wild. That is wild, bro. Wild. I just, you different, bro. Shout out to Motorsports, bro. You different. My bro is definitely different because I couldn't do that. You're not going to just crap on something right in my face and argue with me about it for years. And then when your fighter does it, now all of a sudden it's okay to do. Nah, gang, I could not do what my brother Motorsports can do. Eden says, salute BF, you're the only source I trust with this question. So there's Dev. So has Dev locked in his next opponent between Rolly and Ryan? These other channels can't be trusted. Devin and Rolly is the fight in May. The Ryan Garcia fight is supposedly in September. Supposedly. I am telling you, don't believe that. What people are running with is the fact that Devin is willing to fight him September 5th in Allegiant. Devin is willing to fight that. Devin is willing to do it. It is not up to Devin. It is up to Oscar De La Hoya, y'all. It is up to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar. It is not up to Ryan. Ryan can run around here and say whatever the hell he wants. He can say whatever he wants, bro. Whatever he wants to say, he can say it. Devin wants it. Devin agrees to it all. Devin. He's the only one in this situation to say yes and it be a straight up yes. Ryan is not in the position to say yes and it happened. Ryan is owned by Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar owns Ryan. And Oscar said it will never happen. And he said that yesterday. Today. He said it today. He said, Matt, y'all see the video. You'll see the video. I already got it prepped and ready. You'll see the video. But anyways, let me get back to this because I'm not here to crap on Shakur Stevenson. I am here to point out what we should expect. What we should expect, bro. That's all I want to. I want to point out the fights that we should say, okay, this is it. I want us to say that. I want us to get a sense of reality. That's what I want. I want a sense of reality here because for some strange reason, we only have reality when it comes to Tank and Devin. Any other fighter, we live in delusion land. If it's Gervonta, oh, we can have reality now. Nah, man, nah, BF, because it's got to be this BF. Nah, BF, this BF. Nah, BF, that BF. Nah, BF, that BF. HC Boxing, what's up, homie? Yeah, when it comes to that, when it comes to if it's Devin or if it's Tank, there's reality. If it's anybody else, bro, can you guys imagine if Tank or Devin is doing what Shakur Stevenson is doing, bro? Can you imagine Devin Haney moving up to 147, beating Brian Norman, becoming the WBO champion and the lineal champion, and then telling Boots, the only way I'm going to fight you is if you put if it's a rehydration clause. After telling everybody rehydration clauses are for bitches. Can you imagine? Do you think anybody would forget Dev saying that rehydration clauses are for bitches? Do you think anybody would forget that? Nobody would. Not one person would forget that. No one. everybody would remember that Devin said rehydration clauses are for bitches. There would be no interview. There would be matter of fact, every time bro, do you guys realize that when Devin said no white boy will beat me, it was on CNN and Fox News? You guys realize that? That is a true story, bro. It was on ESPN, CNN, Fox. On today's breaking news, boxer Devin Haney says a very, very racist and anti-Semitic, they tie everything to anti-Semitic. Everything is anti-Semitic. You'll be out here like, man, I would love to get me a nice jug of apple juice today. And they'll be like, juice. You said juice. That's anti-Semitic. Dude said juice. What are you really talking about? What are you really talking about when you're saying apple juice? What are you really talking about? What are you really saying? That's anti-Semitic. %100 diabolical. And then they say, man, Devin ain't the face of boxing, man. He's not more known. Someone please let me know when CNN told y'all about Tank Davis punching on a woman. When did CNN post that? When did CNN bring up Tank Davis doing anything in a strip club? I don't remember. Was that ever on Fox News? Was it ever on Fox, y'all? Queen Bella, what's up, Queen Bella? What's up, Queen Tay-Tay? Was it ever on Fox? No? All right. Never on ESPN, never on Fox, never nothing. All right, okay. But Devin is not, he's not known though, y'all. Devin's not known. Master Eden, what's up with you, King? Yeah, there's another Eden. There's two of y'all. Definitely two of y'all. Didn't say anything about Ryan Garcia's racist rants. Nothing. When Ryan Garcia said F all ninjas and F all Muslims, when Ryan Garcia said that with the heavy ER, they said nothing on CNN, nothing on Fox, nothing on ESPN, nothing. But when Devin said no white boy will beat me, it made CNN as well as Fox. Diabolical. But he's not known, y'all. Devin's not known. Don't nobody know Dev. Y'all just let me know when the last time y'all see Tank Davis on Fox or ESPN. Whatever. Let's get back to what's on the screen, though. Because I'm going to show you guys this man's options. These are his options, y'all. These are the fights that Tank Davis, that Shakur Stevenson is going to fight. These are his options. Yep, let me get y'all straight. Let me get y'all right. Diabolical. This is absolutely diabolical to me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. This guy. Oh, there you go. All right, let me go ahead and put them all on one screen for you guys, because it always looks better when they're on one screen. Right? It always looks better. When you put them on different screens, it's like, wait a minute. Well, what about this? And let's talk about that. And what about if we do that one? And Let's put them both on the same, all 40s on the same screen. And then you guys tell me. You let me know who's the best opponent for Shakur Stevenson. Put them all on the same screen. Yep, there's those two. Those two right there. And then these two. Where are y'all at? Where are y'all at? This one and this one. There we go. Put y'all all on the same screen. Put them all there together with a V. Together. We do good things together. All right, let's put them all there now. Let's get them right. Let's get them right. Shrink that down a little bit. Got to make sure we get them all on there. Damn, Pitbull Cruz got a big-ass head. You'll never find blum, 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 blum. A big-ass head like mine. All right, hold up 1 second. And put them all on the same screen. Damn. This nigga head. Pitbull head need to be studied. I know his mother had a hellacious time pushing this dude out. I know his mom is cooked. Yeah, Pitbull Cruz mom is cooked, bro. Salute to my brother Maine. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. In the super chat, man. I mean the cash app, brother. I really appreciate you. All right, here we go. Let me get this right. That. This on over yonder. On over yonder. All right, let's take that out. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. And then we'll put on this. Here's his opponent, y'all. Here they go. There's his ops. There's his ops, gang. Those are the opponents. Sure is quiet in here. Sure is quiet. It sure is quiet. Y'all good? Y'all good with this comp? Y'all good? Everybody good with this? These are Shakur Stevenson's ops, bro. Let me fix it. I'll fix it for y'all. I'll fix it. Let me make it a little bit better. I'll make it better for y'all. Here you go. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, y'all. Let's do it this way. Let's do it like a this. Yeah. Like a this. Here we go. So that way you guys don't got to ask. Let's do it this way, y'all. No need to ask any questions. You guys can see it for yourself. Here we go. Image. Where is he at? Sugar Core, what Coon Biz calls him. There you go. There's his ops. Those are the 4 fighters that Shakur Stevenson is fighting next. This is where this came from. This is where that came from now. All right. He's not fighting Richard Hitchens because Richard Hitchens is fighting Delgado. Let's put my list back up of who he should fight. Here you go. He's not fighting Keyshawn because he said that is his brother. He right after he beat Tio, he made sure to confess his undying love. He had to make sure that nobody pressed him to fight Keyshawn right away. As soon as the fight was over with, soon as he beat Keyshawn, the man didn't even shout out God. He didn't say, I want to thank God, nothing. This man immediately professed his undying love for Keyshawn. He didn't thank God, didn't thank Bud, didn't thank his wife, didn't thank nobody. The first person this man professed his undying love to was Keyshawn Davis. Hey, Shakur, man. Hey, yeah, you put in a great fight. Man, it's a great fight, man. What did you think about that? That shit dead. Listen, the first thing I want to do is let everybody know I love Keyshawn. I love Keyshawn. Listen, man, I called Keyshawn before this fight. We sat down, you know, he rubbed my back and let me know how much he loved me, whispered in my ear, telling me he loved me. And I turned around, I rubbed his back, I whispered in his ear too, all close to his neck, breathing heavy, and told him I love him too. Keyshawn, you know I love you. That shit dead. Listen, before I say anything, about Dumb and Hum and the rest of the day and Dumb, I want everybody to know I love Keyshawn. I love Keyshawn. And I called Keyshawn and he came over and I whispered in his ear soft, real soft and subtle when I was oiling his shoulders down. And I told him, I love you, Harpo. And he turned around like he do with his eyes all wide, looking like a brand new crack-headed deer. And he told me he loved me too, and Dumb and Day. Oh, yeah, and I want to thank God. That's exactly what dude did. So you can go ahead and etch Keyshawn out. That fight is never happening. You can etch him out. All right, etch him out. Gary Antoine Russell becomes the #1 fight. Richard Hitchens, you can get rid of him. He's fighting Lindolf Delgado. You get rid of him. Shakur will never fight Andy Hadouken because Andy Hadouken will stop that man badly. Andy Hadouken will stop him. That is the worst fight Shakur Stevenson can fight at 140 pounds is Andy Hadouken. That is the worst fight, the absolute worst. I would rather Shakur, well, let me take that back. Shakur Stevenson's team would rather him fight anybody else than Andy Hadouken. That is the worst opponent for Shakur. The worst. Tall, rangy, stays behind the jab, is a powerful puncher. Bro, I got Andy Hadouken. If that fight happens, I'm putting some bread on Hadouken. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I got Andy Hadouken. I got Andy Hadouken crushing core. Crushing core. You can't stay away from him. His jab is too, whatever. Whole different conversation. And then Dalton Smith. Well, you can't fight Dalton Smith because Dalton Smith is fighting Puello. You're refusing to fight your lover. So you're not going to fight your lover, Keyshawn. You're not fighting Dalton. He's fighting Puello. You're not fighting Hadouken. You don't want no problems. You're not fighting Hitchens. He's fighting Lindolf. So now the rankings look like this. You're not fighting Sandor Martin, although people come in here every single day. Devin ducked Sandor. Then why doesn't Shakur fight Sandor and show us how it's done? Devin ducked Subriel. So why don't Shakur fight Subriel, who he called out, and show us how it's done? Frank Martin ain't nothing, BF. Cool. So why don't Shakur fight Frank Martin and show us how it's done? Michelle Rivera ain't nobody, man. Cool. So Shakur Stevenson fight Michelle Rivera and show us how it's done. Oscar Duarte is a bum, man. Cool, that's what's up. So fight Oscar Duarte and show us how it's done. He won't. He's not. The two fighters in green, Gary Antoine and Isaac Cruz, one of them is available in Gary Antoine. The other one is semi-available. Alfredo Santiago is available. Emiliano Vargas is available. Ernesto Mercado is too dangerous and too lowly ranked. So this is the reason why we have this. Main biker, salute to my brother. He say, Core did say he never fighting tall boxers ever again. Yep. He sure did. So this is who he's got at 140, y'all. At 140, this is who he's got. Now, how much do you bet that he's fighting Alfredo Santiago, dog? How much y'all want to bet this man's fighting Alfredo Santiago? If he stays at 140, he's fighting Alfredo Santiago. Now, before this Alfredo Santiago fight happens, because it's about to, because like I said, Tio fought his mandatory last May. The WBO mandatories are every 9 months. Every 9 months. Unless you're a WBO super. Shakur is not a WBO super. He's just the WBO. Which means May to June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. February was his 9th month. We are in March. That is 10 months, y'all. It's 10 months in March. This month is 10 months. Shakur Stevenson's mandatory is coming up, y'all. He is already saying that he is not fighting Keyshawn. So if you are not fighting Keyshawn, cool, no problem. Then that means if you don't fight Keyshawn, you only have one other option. Well, two. Now, I need you guys to stay with me now because I'm going to do this video. When Gervonta Tank Davis was the 140-pound WBA champion, the WBA mandated Alberto Puello. They gave Tank an option. You will fight Alberto Puello, or you will vacate and move back down to 135. He picked Rolly over Alberto Puello and moved back down to 135 and defended his 135-pound strap against Rolly Romero. And BFTB called this man out for ducking Alberto Puello. My family, Gio James, in the building. What's up with you, King? I called him out for ducking Alberto Puello. The Tank Davis haters was like, oh, damn, BF, I didn't even know he did that. And then I showed y'all, and y'all was like, damn, that's right. This man ducked Puello. And what did I say to y'all? What did I say, y'all? I said, bro, when the Tankamaniacs was like, man, he didn't duck Puello. I said, yes, he did, because he could have moved back down immediately after he won. He could have moved back down. He didn't have to stay at 140. What did he stay there for, y'all? That's what I said to everybody. What did the man stay at 144? What did he stay there for? Someone please tell me, why is Shakur Stevenson still at 140 right now? If he is not going to either unify or fight his mandatory, which is about to be Keyshawn Davis, why are you still there? Because you know the WBO is about to call Keyshawn as your mandatory. You know that. The WBO does not give a damn about your friendship. They do not care. You will fight your mandatory. If you don't fight your mandatory, then you can move back down. They're going to give him the same option the WBA gave Tank. And bet money Shakur fans will give him a pass. The same Shakur fans that cooked Tank when he did it. I keep telling you, Shakur Stevenson doing the same thing that Tank Davis did. This is the reason why he has the worst fan base in boxing. The worst. Because they're doing the exact same damn thing. And Shakur Stevenson fans cook Tank for doing it. And then they give Shakur a pass for doing the same thing. Shakur Stevenson can move back down right now. As we speak, he can move down. But he won't. Now let's talk about him moving back down, y'all. Let's talk about him moving back down. Just talk about that. Because there is an opponent down there. There's an opponent down there that has been actively and aggressively saying stuff, going after Shakur Stevenson. Actively and aggressively, y'all. You might as well say this man's name. Hold up a second. Is a contract. Contract. Shakur, send me contract. Contract, Shakur, contract. Send me contract. Today, now, contract. Send me contract. Shakur, contract. Shakur, contract. You know, no run, no hide. No more run, no more. Contract. No more run, no more hide. Send contract. Contract. This nigga don't even know English. The only thing he know is Shakur and contract. That's all he know. That's all he knows, bro. Shakur Stevenson and contract. He don't know nothing else. You ask this dude, hey, Yadir, what did you eat today? Contract. Contract. Shakur, contract. Send me. Contract. Shakur, contract. 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 So when you went to McDonald's, that's what you ordered? See, contract. 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 Did you get fries with that, brother? No, contract. Contract. No, contract. 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 No run, no hide. Contract. There is a reason why Shakur is not going back down to 135. Because if Shakur goes back down to 135 and goes for the WBC, he must fight this guy right here. What's up, Dave? He must fight this guy. He must. But he won't. He won't. But he must. But he won't. He must, but he won't, y'all. He must, but he won't. So, let's get into a little bit here, shall we? Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Contract. Simple contract. Da 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 da. And da 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 da.
So let's talk about it. At 135, you got Tank, you got Loma, you got Shakur, and you got Barinchik.
Yes, sir.
If you had an ideal path forward, what would it be?
Who would it be? That makes the most sense is Barinchik because he's with Top Rank. He's mentioned.
Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Ranked fighters in the world at this weight class, at lightweight. What do you want next?
I want the champions next. Barinchik called out my name. I'm calling out his name right now. Barinchik, and if I can't get Barinchik, then I'll take Shakur.
Shakur Stevenson yet again. But they'll say, no, man, Raymond never called out Shakur Stevenson, BF. He never called him out, BF. As if somehow calling someone out is the only way to make a fight. Calling someone out is the only way to make a fight, y'all. Well, now all of a sudden, dude talking about, yo, I'll move back down. That Ray Mortala fight's looking good, man, because, I could get the ring belt. I get the ring belt. I like the ring belt, man. The ring belt is the belt I want. I like the ring belt, man. If you like the ring belt so much, why didn't you get it when Devin had it? If you like the ring belt so much. But now all of a sudden, you like the ring belt. You want the ring belt at 35 now. You want the ring belt. Now you want the ring belt, bro. Now it's the ring belt. You want the ring belt. Well, he could have got the ring belt at 126. Y'all know that, right? All he had to do was fight one fighter, bro. Mr. Gary Russell. Shakur versus Mr. Gary Russell at 126 would have given him the ring belt. At 26. I mean, when did he start liking the ring belt? When did that come about? When did that happen, bro? Yo, I'm just curious. When did this man start liking the ring belt? When that happened? Because if you like the ring belt so much, you fought at 26, 30, 35, and 40. Shouldn't you have 4 of them? If you like the ring belt so much, shouldn't you have 4 of them? Look at the Shakur fans. Usyk said Shakur should be pound for pound number 1. Who gives a damn what his opinion is? Is that supposed to make the rankings updated or something? That doesn't mean a damn thing. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. He's a fan of Shakur. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Who cares, bro? That doesn't change the rankings at all. That doesn't change nothing. There's people who are fans of people, and they believe that they should be this or they should be that. That's their belief. They're entitled to it. Y'all saying Usyk is not entitled to have his belief? Or is his belief supposed to be the law? I don't give a damn what he says. I don't care. At all. Yeah, I could care less what he says. He can say whatever he wants. The pound for pound list is opinionated. Very. And if you can't explain your opinion, then I could care less. I could care less what you say. Your opinion is just, that's yours and yours alone. I could care less. If you can't explain it, if you just say, babe, he's pound number one above me because I like to watch him fight. So, well, if that's the case, people like to watch Tank fight. So is he pound for pound number one? People like to watch Devin fight. Is he pound for pound number one? They like to fight a Nui fight. Well, I like to watch him. They like to watch Boots. They like to watch David Benavidez. So because you like to watch them, does that make them pound for pound number one? That's a stupid statement. No, they're pound for pound in your opinion, and you're entitled to it. You're absolutely entitled to your opinion. 100%. 100%. I got no beef with Usyk's opinion. But his opinion has no weight with me. It has no weight unless they could tell me the facts. Give me some facts. If you can't give me any facts about your opinion, then I really don't care. I'm just being honest, bro. I really don't care if you can't give me any facts. But anyways, Shakur Stevenson is now contemplating fighting Raymond Mortale. Let me ask you guys a question. What is the damn holdup? Okay, let me ask it a different way. If Shakur Stevenson said that he is moving down to 135, Shakur Stevenson said, I am only going to 140 for one fight. That is what he said. Just Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to beat Tio. Then I'm going to vacate the belt and let Keyshawn fight for it. I'm going back to 35 because I'm a natural 35 pounder. That's what Shakur said. Those are Shakur Stevenson's words. I'm going up there for one fight. I'm going to win the belt, win the lineal, vacate the belt, move back down to 35 because I'm a natural 35 pounder. I'm moving back to 35, and I'm going to let Keyshawn fight for the belt. That is what he said. So then my question to you guys is, what is he still doing at 140? What is he still doing at 140? What's he doing? What is he doing, bro? Raymond Mortala, after he beat Andy Cruz, said he wants Shakur Stevenson. He said, if Shakur won't fight me at 35, I'll move up to 40 and fight him. That's what he said, bro. Raymond said this. Well, Shakur don't want Raymond to move up to 40. He won't be drained. Raymond's a big dude. He won't be drained, right? What's up, follower? Raymond won't be drained, bro. Muharib, salute to you, brother. He won't be drained. So you want to fight Raymond at 135. Why would you want to fight Raymond at 140? For what reason? For what reason? The only belt on the line is yours. So the best place to fight Raymond is at 135. Shakur Stevenson is the number one ranked 135-pound fighter in the world, according to the ring. Raymond Mortala is number 2 now that Tank has been removed from the rankings. What is he waiting on? What's he waiting on, y'all? Anybody? What's he waiting on? Anybody? Is anybody going to answer this question, bro? Is anybody going to take a stab at it? What is Shakur Stevenson waiting on? I have a very, very sneaky suspicion. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. Just my opinion, y'all. All right? Nothing else. Just my opinion. I got no facts behind this. I'm letting everybody know now. I think Shakur Stevenson is waiting for this guy to move up. That's what I think. Because Shakur Stevenson, as the WBO champion, can move down and fight this guy right now. Right now. I think he is waiting for Abdullah Mason to make the move to 140 so that he can then make his move back to 35. Because if Abdullah Mason moves up to 140, Abdullah Mason legitimately can challenge Shakur Stevenson right now for his belt. Abdullah Mason can challenge Shakur Stevenson for the WBO title and the Ring Magazine lineal strap right now. Right now. So what I think is when Abdullah Mason makes the move to 140, Shakur Stevenson is going to simultaneously make the move back down to 135. And he'll say, I'm fighting Raymond Mortala. They're just waiting for the call. They're just waiting for the call. And I promise you, not one Shakur Stevenson fan will say anything. Main Biker, my brother says, Mortala, Mexican USA versus Core Puerto Rico USA. What's up? Let's get it. What do we wait? What's he waiting on? What's he waiting on, Main Biker, bro? What's he waiting on, my brother? I really want to know what's he waiting on. Seriously, I really want to know. What is he waiting on? Because, my brother, you've got this fighter right there. He's right there, brother, right there. Calling for the smoke. He's calling for it. He's number 2. Shakur is number 1. These two guys fighting each other at 135 make Shakur the lineal champion at 35. What's the holdup? Shakur Stevenson right now can move down to 135 and fight Raymond Mortala with no belt. With no belt, y'all. No belt. All he has to do is petition the IBF. That is all he's got to do. You know, the same thing Keyshawn has to do to get in the WBO rankings. Petition the IBF. Big Goose says, isn't Mason going to fight Cordina for a title defense? Yes. Yes. But he does not have to. He does not have to. At all. Now, we went through a litany of fighters. There is one more fighter who he can fight. There's one more, y'all. There's one more. The worst of the worst. Oh, Shakur Foster. Oh, Shakur Foster got Shakur shook. Main Biker, my brother, salute. He say, is someone being a shook whore if you catch my drift? Yes, I do. Oh, Shakur Foster. Now listen, there is fighters who have ducked. There's fighters who have, made things difficult and stuff like that. I am telling you straight up and down. What Shakur is doing to Shakur Foster is one of the greatest ducks in the history of boxing. It is one of the greatest ducks, bro. The greatest ducks in the history of boxing. Not just in this era. Because you guys glaze and praise Shakur so much, you're not necessarily looking at this with clean lenses. You're not looking at this with clean lenses, bro. You have a fighter and O'Shaquie Foster, who was Shakur Stevenson's mandatory at 130. Shakur Stevenson lost his belts on the scale on purpose in a voluntary that he did not have to fight to avoid fighting this man. To avoid fighting him after telling the world that he is the second best fighter at 130 behind himself. That's what Shakur said. That shit dead. Oceanique, he the best. Oceanique, the best fighter at 130. I'm telling y'all, watch Lil Bro. That's my Lil Bro. Lil Bro, the best fighter at 130 besides me. Like I'm behind. He right behind me. He right behind me. Oceanique right behind me. He the best. I'm telling y'all, bro. I sparred with him. He the best fighter. He the best fighter. That is what Shakur Stevenson said. And then when Shaq was his mandatory, the man legitimately fought he fought Casamigos for nothing. He fought Casamigos for nothing, y'all. Absolutely nothing. The man on your screen was his mandatory. He ducked his mandatory to throw his belts away in a voluntary. Shaq was so cool with it. He was just like, the dude don't want to fight me. He don't want to fight me. It is what it is. He was so cool with it. He was just like, whatever, man. Whatever. Dude don't want to fight me. He don't want to fight me, man. It is what it is. Whatever, bro. He don't want to fight. He didn't go at this man. He didn't down this man. He didn't degrade this man. Nothing. He just was like, it is what Shaq. He don't want to fight me. It is what it is. I'm not tripping. There's other fights. There's other fights. I'm not tripping. Just kept it pushing. Then he fought Robson Casamigos. In that very first fight, Shaq cooked Robson. That was one of the easiest fights to score. He cooked that man and was straight up robbed. Straight up robbed. And that's when Raymond Ford, Shakur, and some others started talking crazy about him. And then Shaq was like, well, we can fight. We can fight then, bro. You out here talking crazy about, bro, we can fight. You don't want no smoke with me. And then Shaq was like, then Shakur was crapping on Shaq for no reason now. For no reason. Listen, bro. The beef was between Raymond Ford and O'Shaquie. It had nothing to do with Shakur Stevenson. Raymond Ford was going at Shaq. Shaq replied. They was going back and forth at each other. Shakur jumped into that. That's how Shakur got in that. Shakur jumped in. Shakur jumped. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Very simple question. I'm going to put somebody on the screen here. I want you guys to answer this. I want y'all to answer this. Hold on one second. I'm going to show y'all somebody. I want you guys to answer something for me. I need y'all to answer something. Answer this question for me. Hold up. One second. Let me get y'all right. Cancel that. Image. Let me get y'all right, bro. Let me get y'all right. Let's do this one. We'll do that one. We'll do this one right here. I need y'all to answer this question for me. Shakur Stevenson jumped in. Oh, crap. Wait. Hold up. I'm bugging. Bugging. Not that. I'm bugging y'all. Bugging. This is where we should be, right here. Shakur Stevenson jumped in this beef between Raymond Ford and Where the hell is it? Oh, Shakur Stevenson jumped in this beef between Raymond Ford and Shock. Why didn't he jump in this beef between Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz? Why he didn't jump in this, y'all? Can somebody answer the question? Why didn't he jump in this beef? So you jump in the beef, Eric Gomez, bomb squad in the building. If you jump in this beef, you jumped in the beef between Raymond Ford and Shock. You jumped in. Why didn't he jump in this beef? Why didn't he jump in this, bro? He had no problem shaking this man's hand, dapping this man up and everything. Why didn't he jump in this beef? This dude has been whipping on Keyshawn Davis' ass for years. For years, he's been whipping Keyshawn ass. This ain't a new ass whooping. This ain't a fresh, brand new ass whooping. This ass whooping is in high school, college. This is a college ass whooping. Andy Cruz has been whipping on Keyshawn ass since they were premature, bro. He been whipping this dude ass for I don't know how long. So how come Shakur didn't jump in this beef? Man, Raymond Ford and Shock were not even fighting in the same damn weight class. they weren't even in the same weight class, bro. Man, Raymond Ford got Nick Ball problems. Shock was fighting at 130 for the strap. Raymond Ford was down and getting punched on and at a smaller weight class. Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz been in the same weight class from the very beginning. Keyshawn just left the weight class. My brother Main Biker says, because Andy Cruz is the entire active squad's daddy. My son, 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 and my son, my son, my son, my son, my son, my son, my son. So you mean to tell me, Shakur Stevenson, you allow Andy Cruz to disrespect the love of your life and you didn't say nothing? You allowed Andy Cruz to disrespect the love of your life, bro. You allow this man to disrespect your boo. My boo, my boo, my boo, my boo, my. You allowed this man to disrespect your baby. Dogs, you said nothing about Andy Cruz disrespecting your baby. You said nothing. Not a damn thing. Main Biker says Andy Cruz spurn outran Keyshawn. Pop spurn. Hey, Andy Cruz. Yo, Andy Cruz. Yo, the Cruz has been whipping on the Davises for at least 20 years. What are they? Well, Andy Cruz probably like 40. So about 45, 50 years. Man, they've been whipping the Davises' asses, bro. For years and years. For years and years and years. Look at this. Look at the active squad meat rider. Because this version, because Andy Cruz can't beat Keyshawn, today's Keyshawn. Well, Why did Keyshawn run from him? I guarantee you, if that was Devin Haney, you would say, oh, Devin Haney ran out the whole division. Devin was scared of Andy Cruz. Devin ran out the whole division. Devin didn't want no smoke with Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz can't beat today's version of Keyshawn. Nobody believes you, gang. Nobody believes you, homie. Nobody believes you. Keyshawn Davis ran out the whole weight class. He ran out the whole damn weight class. He ran from this man. The whole damn weight class. The man had an opportunity to fight Andy Cruz and ducked him. Keyshawn will kick Cruz's ass now. Line it up. What? Don't tell me. Tell Keyshawn. The hell you telling me for? The hell you telling me for? Tell Keyshawn to line it up. Keyshawn's the one that ducked it. Keyshawn's the one that ran up the weight class. Keyshawn's the one talking about going to 47 right now. I'll be surprised if Keyshawn don't talk about I'm going to 68. So he can get as much distance in between him and his daddy as he possibly can. He don't want no smoke with his pops. His pops been whipping his ass since the 30s. Old school from the Himalayas ass whoopings. Keyshawn been getting his ass whooped since bell bottoms was popping. Butterfly collars was the shit when Keyshawn was getting his ass whooped. Dude want zero smoke. There was niggas walking around with a box when Keyshawn was getting his ass whooped. Now I talk about, oh man, line it up right now, man. Let's do it right now, man. Cruz just lost to a nobody. A nobody. The nobody that Shakur is trying to fight. That nobody, this nobody. Wactive squad is losers. The whole Wactive squad, the entire squad, y'all losers. The same Raymond Moratala that that Shakur is talking about fighting for the lineal title is somehow a nobody. Yo, you niggas is losers. Straight up losers. The entire Wactive squad is a bunch of cornballs. And that's the reason why y'all are the worst fan base in boxing. Raymond Moratala, the IBF champion, the number 2 ranked fighter at 135, who Shakur is talking about fighting for the lineal strap, is somehow a loser. He's a nobody, I mean. He's somehow a nobody. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. If he's a nobody, then please tell me, why does Shakur Stevenson want to fight a nobody? I'm just asking. Don't run off, bro. Don't run off. Please answer these questions. If Raymond Moratala is a nobody, somebody please tell me, why does Shakur Stevenson want to fight a nobody? Is anybody going to answer this question? So bro just threw a rock in the graveyard and straight dashed off. It's getting dark outside, gang. He rode by the graveyard fast as hell on his bike. He rode by the yard fast as hell. Threw that rock and dipped out. He rode by the yard fast as hell, bro. Fast. He picked up speed, was riding as fast as he possibly can. Got by the yard, threw that rock and hauled ass. Threw that rock and dipped out, bro. Yeah, threw that rock and was out. Well, you guys know why he did that. You know why. Everybody in here knows why he did that. Because Raymond Mortala is not a nobody. At all. He's not a nobody. At all. The same reason Boots didn't fight Blair Cobb. What belt did Blair Cobb have? Shout out to my boy Main Biker again. He said captive squad. Them boys stay capping. Facts. Salute to my bro. This man said the same reason why. So not fighting. So this man is linking up Raymond Mortala, y'all. The number 2 ranked IBF champion with Blair Cobb. That's what this man just did. This man just lined up Raymond Mortala with Blair Cobb. The man just lined up and just said Raymond Mortala is the same as Blair Cobb. If Raymond Mortala is the same as Blair Cobb, then why does Shakur want to fight Raymond Mortala? Why does Shakur duck Raymond Mortala? Because he absolutely ducked Raymond Mortala. This is insane, y'all. This is absolutely diabolically insane. I cannot believe that these people actually believe the things that comes out of their mouth. I cannot believe that bro, when I say to you the worst fan base in boxing, Exhibit A. The worst fan base in boxing, Exhibit A. Exhibit A. We'll see when they fight. I think you rode the same bus that Keyshawn rode. It's got 4 seats on it, and the whole wall opens up. Yeah. We'll see when they fight. Well, Keyshawn already ducked Andy Cruz. Yeah, Keyshawn already ducked Andy Cruz. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. We'll see when they fight. That fight's not going to happen because Keyshawn already ducked. Yeah, he already ducked him. So if you're talking about Shakur and Raymond Mortala, well, Raymond Ben got ducked. Shakur Ben ducked him. That's a throwback duck. Yeah, Shakur ducked Raymond Mortala. That's a throwback, y'all. That's not a new duck. That's a throwback duck. That's not new. You trying to act like this is some new stuff. That ain't a new duck. He been ducked Raymond Mortala. Raymond Mortala been calling Shakur out for like 3 years. But call-outs only matter when the amateurs don't compare to the pros. Why do you keep putting these stupid emojis, bro? If the amateurs don't compare to the pros, tell Keyshawn that. He's the one that ducked the man in the pros. Tell Keyshawn. Bro, you guys are weird as hell. You dudes are weird, bro. If the amateurs and the pros don't match, tell Keyshawn. Why are you telling me? Keyshawn is the one that said no. Keyshawn is the one that ducked this man. Keyshawn is the one that said, no, we got to build that fight. He ducked that, bro. What are you talking about? The amateurs and the pros they're not the same, man. Sure, I'm with you. I agree. I agree 100%. Not the same at all. Nowhere near. So then you should have told Keyshawn to fight in the pros. That's how that worked. That fight was set up. It was ready to go. Now you're telling me about how the pros and the amateurs are not the same, but the only difference is they fought like 5-6 times in the amateurs. In the pros, Keyshawn won't fight him. That's the only difference. He won't fight him. So it's one thing to say what you just said, and I can respect it, right? I respect it, but it's another thing when you're saying these type of things, and bro has no intentions on fighting him, literally moved out of the weight class. Matter of fact, about to move an even higher weight class. So the math is not mathing. Anyways, I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. So let me just get to this. Let me give y'all the conclusion. All right, here's the conclusion. There is 2 fights for Shakur Stevenson at 140. 2. Gary Antoine is available right now. That is the biggest fight that can be made because he will not fight Keyshawn. So you can remove Keyshawn out the picture. Keyshawn is the biggest fight, the biggest money, the biggest everything. But he's not going to fight Keyshawn because he's in love with that man. So then that means the biggest fight is Gary Russell. They both just fought. They are both available. That is the biggest fight. Right? Well, let me correct myself. That is the best fight. The best fight is Gary Russell. The biggest fight is Pitbull. Not for the fight itself, but for what it means. If Tank wants to come back to fight for the WBC interim, you've now got to fight Shakur. You now got to fight Shakur Stevenson now. So now you get Shakur Stevenson fighting Pitbull. He cooks Pitbull, gets the WBC interim title. That makes him Dalton Smith's mandatory. So the winner of Dalton Smith versus Alberto Puello has to fight Shakur Stevenson now. They have to fight Shakur. It is not we can negotiate this out and figure this out. No, you got to fight me. The same way that Canelo Alvarez had to fight Golovkin. He didn't have a choice and vacated the belt. Y'all remember that? It's the exact same thing. The same exact way. If Shakur Stevenson fights Pitbull Cruz, Shakur Stevenson becomes the interim champion. 1. He takes away Tank's opponent. 2. He has the winner of Dalton Smith, Alberto Puello, has to fight Shakur. 3. You have fought a Mexican fighter, so you dip into another Mexican fan base. 4. Right? And you have a guaranteed unification lined up. Guaranteed. And if they don't fight you, if Dalton Smith, Alberto Puello winner doesn't fight you, then they get stripped and you fight for the W. No, you get elevated because you're the interim champion. So you would just get elevated. You would be elevated to the full WBC champion. You will be unified without fighting again. It's a win scenario for Shakur to fight Pitbull Cruz. Now, the better fight, of course, is Gary Russell. I don't believe he's going to fight Gary Russell at all, even though he called Gary Russell out. So you now have the opportunity to fight the guy that you called out. But I don't believe he's going to fight him. I believe he's going to fight Alfredo Santiago. I think it's Alfredo Santiago or it's Raymond Mortala. Those are the only 2 fighters that I think Shakur is going to fight. Alfredo Santiago or Raymond Mortala. Everybody else is just talk. Everybody else is just noise. There's no other fighter for him. Alfredo Santiago, Raymond Mortala. Those are the 2 fighters that he's going to fight. Now, when he fights Alfredo Santiago,
Y'all better not be in here like, oh, man, it's crazy, man. Because I'm telling you that's who he's going to fight. And you guys are going to be like, nah, man, Shakur Stevenson is the GOAT. Usyk said he's number 1 pound for pound, BF. That's what Usyk said. So because Usyk said it, then, Shakur Stevenson, that's what he going to do, man. Don't matter who he fight, man. He can do whatever he want to do, man. Nah, calling it out right now. The man should be fighting Pitbull Cruz. If you claim you want to fight Tank, that puts you right in line. There's no excuse, y'all. No excuse. You said you want to fight Tank Davis. This puts you in line. You take Tank's opponent. That puts you in line. If Tank wants to strap, he's got to fight you at 140 for the WBC. Or he can fight Gary Antoine his damn self. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this up. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. We're going to cook on Boots. And then after that, the following day, we're going to cook on Nonito. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace and almighty blessings.